Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first round of the playoffs right here of RGL IM Season 15. Today, we got a matchup between Young Servants of the Lord and Bra Moment. Today, with me, I got number one rocker right here. Please introduce yourself.
Howdy. I'm here for this IM playoff hot action between the team that I ended up subbing for and a team that I don't recall playing this season. So yeah.
Yep. And I'm Jonathan Ray, aka Kibler, aka W Bacon, aka W, or many other aliases. But yeah, I'm really looking for this playoff match. First up, we got Snakewater, followed by Bagel, and possibly Sunshine, if things come to that. So, number one, Rocker, what do you think about this matchup?
Well, I know that Bro Moment has been a process in the building. I guess to word that very poorly, a process in the making. I don't know. It's been a lot of shifting around of like personnel and a lot of theory crafting and grinding theoretically for the past 2 weeks or so to get ready for this, and not including the whole land shenanigans, which were pretty sick, by the way. But yeah, no, I figure this should be the moment where we find out if Rum Moment is still the noob check team and then some, because if they win this match tonight, I think it'll be the furthest they've ever gone in playoffs before. So yeah.
Yep. This is, predicted to be a pretty close match. We got number four, Young Servants of the Lord, against the number five seeded Raw Moment. So, in theory, should be pretty close matchup. Young Servants Lord finished the regular season. They actually both finished the regular season with basically the same record with 11-5. Roman had a little penalty, so technically lost half a map, but basically the same.
Those
And then looking back
penalties.
at yeah, the Young Servants Lord did win in the regular season on Reckoner 5-2. However, of course, in Reckoner, kind of a funky map, and also that was almost 2 months ago at this point. So who knows how much bearing they'll have on this match.
Yeah, Reckoner was funky. That was a map that we kind of just sort of did, nothing fancy, just get it over with kind of thing.
Yeah, Reckoner's awful. I don't know why they added that map
I
into
hate.
the.
Thank you. Yeah, I freaking hate it. I hate the way it looks. It reminds me of vomit. I don't know. It's just bleh.
But yeah, when I'll quickly go down the rosters. I'll read out Young Servants Lord, and
Sure.
I'll let you read out Bura Moment. Yep. So on the Young Servants of the Lord, we got Shoe Shocker on Combo Scout, Tansum as Flank Scout, Zoro as Pocket, Sarge on Roamer, Turtle on Demo, and Numa as the Medicinal Man, the two brothers on the specialist classes.
Oh wait, actually, brothers.
Yep,
Oh,
they're
that's sick.
both out there living on an island together.
Wait,
I don't know
actually,
which island. I don't know which island. It's one of the islands.
I'm about to say I knew like at least two guys that played it in Hawaii, which seems like a logistical nightmare to keep up with the time zones.
Definitely a different island. I
Yeah,
actually don't even know if they live on islands anymore. They might be in just regular America.
well,
But
still
anyway,
double exotic. Over on the other side, Brum moment, we got Maleko on the demo man. We have Kateo on the roaming soldier. Mr. Fireside himself, Antlers on the pocket soldier. TLM on the flank scout. NK is going to be your pocket scout, and Just Jazz, Mr. Brum moment himself, rounding it out on the medic. And Maleko started out the season on roamer, got moved to demo because they had Brandon on demo. He skedaddled, and they also had Linguini on the roaming soldier, so they brought in Kateo after he bounced. And yeah, it's the squad we have now. They've been together for like about 2-3 weeks, but haven't been a lot of scrims together due to various reasons. So maybe that hurts them a bit. How cohesive is the Weisel team behind the scenes?
yeah, funny you mention Antlers. It is odd, we have the IM playoff match on the A stream, the advanced match on the B
It,
stream. But could these things be related? Could there be a conspiracy here?
maybe.
It's quite possible. Speaking of conspiracies, this isn't really a conspiracy. I don't know why I said it's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
We do have some additional personnel named off on the roster, of course. We have the Young Servants, the Lord. We named out other players, but don't forget the Lord himself, who is me, their assistant coach, and both in game and in life. So
Oh, I see. I
I'm gonna
see.
throw myself as part of that. And I know you mentioned you sub for Bra Moment. Do you have any inside info on them?
Well, like I said, just the whole roster change and just getting to grips and actually getting to scrim together because there've been plenty of times where I've had to step in because Jazz was away for like weeks at a time, which is no problem. But I just wanted to play on Scout because I didn't want to play on the class I won the division in two seasons ago. So I just wanted to play Scout, but yeah, Jazz was gone, so I ended up having to play a lot more medic than I thought I would. But no, they do well with each other, and Snakewater especially is one of the maps I think they have like hammered out. They've got the rigors of it all tested out, tried and true. And the same with Bagel. I think those two maps are ones that they're comfortable with. Sunshine, I'm not so sure, mostly because of like I was saying earlier, the mids, don't seem to be too solid from what it seems. But I don't know, maybe they grinded it out in the theory crafting room.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we do end up on Sunshine. I know Snakewater usually going to be a fairly balanced map. I think this is like one of the more played maps, especially for newer teams. Just really good, just basic bread and butter. I'd say the mid is like a bit less complicated than some of the other maps. The transitions are like relatively straightforward. It's a very
Oh
cookie
yeah.
cutter map. I think, of course, as with most maps, but arguably even more so in Snakewater, just breaking that last hold, and then some of the Ubers and last can be a little bit tricky for some teams.
Yeah, I guess it's a map that tests how well you're able to sack and maintain momentum in between the transitions to really prevent the stalemate that basically defines this map. Every time we cover it, or at least I cover it, I just can't help but mention the word stalemate and Snakewater, and they both begin with S. There's a conspiracy for you.
Everybody do your own research. That's all we're saying.
Do your own research. I made the claim, but you do the research.
Yeah, we're just out here, we're, philosophizing, thinking, debating.
Proselytizing.
We're a bit of a think tank, and you guys just have to interpret
Oh,
what we
dude, a
say.
TF2 based think tank. I don't even want to imagine.
Oh, it's out there. Don't worry. But yeah, on to the second map, Bagel. Of course, Bagel. Uh, any sort of inside info we've seen from Bruh Moment on Bagel? Any weird strats or things we want to watch out for from the team on that?
I don't know, man. Why don't you tell me something about your team? You seem to be getting all the juice out of me, man. What
See,
about
that's the thing.
what about your guys? Come on now, lay something on the table, tit for tat.
Hey, see, that's the thing. Antlers is in chat right now. I can't be spreading the secrets behind the scenes until the game starts.
I mean, I'm on the team, but I'm an impartial observer here. I'm not gonna say anything besides it's all out in the public anyway. So just say it right here into my lapel.
All right, all right. Okay, yeah. I mean, so on Bagel, just checked my DMs earlier about the things we talked about earlier. We had some like questions about how they like to play like the left house. It seems
Yeah,
like they're
the
a little bit,
dreaded left house. Hate it. Hate
yeah,
it.
a little bit less comfortable with kind of their making aggressive plays through the left house, which I told them, at least in my opinion, makes sense. In my opinion, you do want a little bit more of an advantage before you try to make a really aggressive play through the left house versus the right
Right.
house. Because the
Right.
left house it's like, great, I got through the left house. Now I'm in a pit on low ground.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wonderful. So
And
that was,
blind too. Can't see around that corner.
yep, definitely just could be sticky there for all you know. So
Yeah.
I told them like, yeah, busting through that can be pretty difficult. So I'd recommend like going to that play more when you already have some sort of advantage, and otherwise, I'd stick to more making the really far, like deep commits through the right house, or just trying to push them out of the left house, make a little bit of the aggressive play, then use that positioning to start pressing the point and open up another opportunity later.
Yeah, I'm more of a pressure the point from the mid and jump out that way kind of guy myself. That seems to be the most efficient way, I guess, of doing it.
Yeah, and then got another thing I remember talking about earlier was the yeah, I think like you said with Bra Moment, the Sunshine mids.
Oh yeah,
Could
they're
use some work, but we'll see what they've been able to do in the last day as we're getting started. I'll let you take it away with the first mid.
yeah, those sunshine mids really depend on your rotational force, but here in Snakewater, you kind of just get to go right at each other, and that's what we'll see rolling out to this first mid round one of the season 15 IM playoffs. And Maleko arriving very early to mid. Turtle just now peeking through with them with some stickies, and it looks like a bit of a cat rollout from Young Servants of the Lord, and already in on Just Jazz. Larry will go down, but Zorospo in as well, but mopped up by the scouts expertly. TLM and NK, quite the duo. But Kateo will go down to Shoeshocker in the meantime, but Numa and company will get out as they collapse on a turtle, actually. Just Jazz and his Maleko and Antlers already going through lower. They're fast on the transition. Antlers already in on bad, spamming through, getting that pressure in, and yeah, cap in second.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty well played mid by Bra moment right there. I mean, Young Servants Lord, the initial bomb was pretty well synced up. It just looked like the rest of the team took too long getting held up by the counter aggression, weren't able to really follow up effectively, and then just really fast being by Bra moment hitting the shots as, speaking of which, another shot coming in.
Oh, Antlers, he does get it.
In the doorway. Not getting much, just getting Soldier, but still can open up another opportunity. We'll see. I would like to see Bra moment continue to pressure, try to turn this open doorway into another play right here, but it looks like they're going to be kind of passive. I would have liked to see them continue the pressure there, especially considering they have the better spawn time.
Well, I do like how the stickies at both demos are just commingling along the left side, just now being cleared up. And yeah, both Ubers staring at each other. Bra moment looking to come in through lower, going to get the soldiers to look for the sentry, which is only level 1 here. The spam should be effective, but Antlers gets caught in. And now down to soldier. Bra moment. Larry up on spy, potentially checking for off classes, or is he committed?
Looks like he's just checking for off classes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Good habit to be in. Good habit to be in. But we'll see what Antler says come up. I don't know. Is he much of a sniper player these days?
No. TLM would be their sniper player if anything. But yeah, having a down a scout, it'd be fine on this map. I feel having both soldiers would be more beneficial, and he can hit those shots anyway. But yeah, no, nothing like that from Antlers. He's more of a soldier player, and more power to him. No gimmicks. He's all man. He's all frag. You know. Mr. Fireside himself. They're coming through lower again. Going to try the double spam. Hopefully faring better this time. Zorospo is still denying. He gets Kateo this time. So down soldier yet again, and here we go with a stalemate unfolding on the last this time. Usually it's from the mid to second, but setting up nice and pretty on the last this time.
Yeah, you got Shoeshocker on sniper. Just, I mean,
Okay.
you know, once like you actually have like the setup here, once you have the sniper, you have the sentry gun, it can be rather difficult to break this kind of last setup here. We also got the teleporter going up, got the dispenser, got all the mechanisms ready to go.
Maybe a spy would be good here. You know, switch back off, or maybe even try a heavy push. I don't know, just to try to get fancy, keep them on their toes.
Okay,
But
yeah, we got
they
the
do get the gun.
I would
Nice.
like to. I definitely like to see a double sack here. It's 2 minutes left. Definitely no reason to be afraid.
There we go. Katea's in. But that level 1 is just levitating him. Skybox. Oh, the arrow just narrowly misses him. But Shoeshocker with the railgun finishes him off from the hip.
Yeah, kind of like I was saying. Like, I mean, you drew a decent amount of pressure just with that single bomb. But if there's someone else running in at the same time, or some other pressure coming from the other doorways, that's what I want to see from Bra moment. Just too light on the pressure, trying to help the sack, and then I'd really like to see them double sack here, single sacks in the last, especially in the Banny config era. I think are just too passive of a play call.
Yeah, it's kind of a don't let them know your next move. They sort of just make do with whatever sacks they get off, it seems, most time in the scripts. But I mean, it works for them, so, you know, they call for double sacks from the pressures, but sometimes it doesn't line up. But we do actually have Kateo up on spy, working his way in through lower, unseen, but 60 seconds, maybe about 60 seconds later than I would have liked myself personally. You know, I have 2 minutes left on the clock, had some time to work out a spawn, but just working his way around, calling out, ooh, almost bumps in. No, did he bump into the NG? No, I don't think he did.
Like, he's swinging the range. I think he's just hard to say. He was very close there, but either way, you'd have to think that. Oh, look, yeah, definitely spotted now, taking some damage. Tansum goes down to something. Didn't see what. Toodle able to clean up that spy though, and as long as no one else dies here, this looks like it's gonna be a round reset. It's up to Bro moment if they want to try to make the mix match happen. Just force the trade, go for the point. It looks like they might. Yeah, they are gonna Uber in here. Got the better spawns though on the side. Young Servants of the Lord get the gap time. They're going to extend around a little bit. Uber comes out. They do have to watch out. You know, if anyone coming in, it's not going to reset right at the 0-0 mark. You have to wait for the point time to expire. But they have the heavy. Kateo's back on soldier. No spy shenanigans coming out. They're just going to send them the point. And that's going to be round 1 in the books. It's still 0-0.
Yeah, a bit desynchronized on that push. They couldn't really salvage it. Then Jazz went down. So yeah, just having to settle for the stalemate. But decent mid at least, and then they just pumped the brakes right away and slowed it on down. Rolling out to our second mid here, just about 5 minutes gone by the time both teams show up and give their howdy doos.
Yeah, really good mid last time from Roman. We'll see if Young Servants Lord are able to respond with maybe synchronizing up the aggression together a little bit better. Bombs come in, but they're very split here. Shushok getting held up top.
Oh,
Nice time
Antlers.
bomb coming on. Numa getting a good surf, getting chased down. Yeah, just no one able to get Numa. That's just Jazz going down. Antlers taking down Tansum also. Just Turtle alive. Ramon will have to watch out for the traps aside from that. I might actually be caught here. Stuck
Yeah,
in
he's
cheese.
completely cornered here in cheese. Oh no, both soldiers. Ouch. Firing
That's
squad
gonna
right
be
there. Unfortunate.
very late death there. That's gonna, potentially turn this into a very quick round for Rum Moment right here. No Ubers in play, but no demo. Could have made something happen. A little bit slow now, and do have to worry about the sniper. Shushocker able to get headshot, slow them down a little bit. So it looks like we might be back to another stalemate situation. They have bought time for Turtle to respawn. And yeah, kind of back where we were, just no Ubers in play, but no advantage since both meds died. Could have been hit a really nice surf on mid that Numa, but just didn't really have the help. Surf so far away, just no one able to get to him. So here we are, back with 70% Ubers on both sides, and yeah, Sentry gun going up on this left. They have to, Young Servants Lord has to be very careful here. For a moment, might have an opportunity as they're moving the gun, and as the gun's not set up in the middle. Could have maybe gone for an off-time play there, but looks like the gun will be going up, and the fortress of teams.
Oh, I thought you meant the Fortress of Snakewater. That is this gun in the bandy spot. Trying it from the drop down and shutter this time instead of from lower. They do end up getting it, so the shift around does work. See if they can do something with it now, but they need to get rebuffed here. Antlers working his way in from shutter, spamming through, takes a bit of spam himself. 2 rockets, backs up and takes some heals. Tansum in the meantime taking down Kateo. So there's their sack. Zorspo is very dangerously low, but in no real danger of getting followed up on. So Bro Moment once again down to Soldier on last. Kateo could come up on Spy like you saw before with a little bit more time to work with. Maybe a little bit less rush, but Tansum actually up on the sniper watching that right lane. Could catch Maleko on the bridge. Oh, nope. Takes a shot, rings out. They know they have sniper up. Maleko takes a risk there and peeks it twice. Tansum just posted up.
I respect it. I respect it. Seems he does not respect the sniper. The Tansum on sniper right here. But we'll see what
Maleko's got lock. He's like, I got a sniper rifle too. Doesn't matter. Even trade.
So we'll see what. I mean, ultimately the onus is on Kateo. Oh, and it's taken out by Tansum. Tansum wins a sniper duel. So that's gonna buy another about 30 seconds off the clock for Young Servants Lord, assuming Ramon doesn't go for something kind of wild. Looks like they're just gonna kind of set outside of the lobbies and just wait for a little bit. So I mean, if you're Young Servants of the Lord or the Lord himself, then this is probably beneficial for you because you're burning so much time, already down about 1.5 minutes on the round timer. So, but do have to do something about these mids if Young Servants of the Lord wants to get, kind of break the stalemate, get back into the game.
Yeah, I think from Bromo's perspective, they just need to keep Jazz alive. Jazz needs to keep himself alive, so that those kills on the medic when everybody else dies are a little bit more valuable. Tansum, meanwhile, getting a pick on a TLM, and Antlers gonna trade some value as well for his life. And yeah, firmly in the hands of Servants of the Lord. Tansum peeking out wide, taking a shot down the bridge at Maleko, but he will back up unhurt from the sniper rifle at least. Receiving a little bit of heals from Jazz. Kateo jumping over the bridge to keep up the pressure. Does get the kill on his Tansum, so sniper down. Retreats back to Cheese, and the rest of Red retreating back and resetting. 45 seconds left on the clock before the round reset. Kateo poking through, trying to lead the charge through. NK and Maleko following up. Having to receive a bit of arrows in lobby, actually, so that charge dies just as soon as it began. Antlers actually in on Spy.
See what he does here. Maybe he might go for the sap. Maybe go for something like that. Maybe just doesn't have a whole lot of time to go for the really too crazy. You only got 20 seconds on the clock left. He's gonna go for the demo. Oh, gets smacked out.
That's wild.
Spotted.
I got your back, mate.
And I mean, this looks like once again, raw moment coming in with the Uber, trying to take the trade. Numa holding the Uber quite a while, doesn't have a lot to worry about, able to milk very hard, just make sure you don't get synced, and yeah, Bromo not even able to touch the cap. That's going to be a reset number 2. Round 2 in the books, moving on to number 3.
Well, I guess we
Trilogy.
did say it was going to be a pretty evenly matched match, but this is a little bit ridiculous. Like, this is about as even as you could, like, literally get.
Yeah, like I said, I think it comes down to I really want to see Bro Moment sending double sack on these last. Just trying to single sack and sneak last. Never really going to get anything done against a team unless you just get very, very lucky. On to the next
Here we
one.
go. Zorospo fading a bit, taking some damage from TLM on the way back, so no real commitment yet. Kateo now breaking through Antlers, jumping up, and Kateo loses his battle, actually takes down Turtle with him. So that's a demo pick, that's good. Maleko battling along the right side, Antlers will go down to Shoe Shocker. So down both soldiers for Bro Moment, but TLM catches out the soldier of Zorospo. And now poking and prodding around lower, they decide to fall back, Servants of the Lord, as Bro Moment captures mid, and Jazz and Numa both managed to stay alive, so even Ubers.
Moving on to second, looks like, yeah, taking advantage of this no demo. Bro Moment going to walk right in, and the Young Servants Lord giving him a ton of space right here. Uber comes out though, going to be about an even trade, about the best the Young Servants Lord can hope for here. Total team down Maleko. So this is going to be now a very advantageous fight. We got Kateo caught out on the side, getting chased down, able to get some nice rocket jumps to get away though. Now 5-on-5 still it's still very much a window for Bro Moment to actually maybe rotate back. Move
now
pressure
like that,
down to lower, get back in.
Okay. Oh, but now like that then.
Yeah, but now these deaths not gonna be in the cards. Now actually is Young Servants Lord able to get that kill on Antlers, gonna open up their window to get back in. Really want to see them keep moving forward and lock out these doorways. Guys, move, lock out the doorways. We talked about this. Move, lock out the doorways. Don't just stand on the port, guys. Come on, talked about this. But fortunately for them, not punished by Bro Moment, and that's gonna be about 10 ad, probably nothing. Probably don't know they have ad here because both meds use the same time. Just gotta watch out for NK on sniper. And gotta be very careful, looks like. Yeah. Gonna take a little peek through the window. We have tanks. Kind of we've got 5 people stacked up in Saw here. Just I'm not sure if they know they have a sniper yet. NK in cheese right now. Gonna take a peek. Surely he's been spotted by now.
Yeah, they heard the shot and they saw him cheese, so he's been called out for sure. 17 minutes ago. And yeah, Bro Moment actually off-classing quite a bit here. You know, usually they don't go too much for it in the scrims and some of the officials I played, but yeah, wearing it with pride. Larry coming in for a bomb of his own, skyboxing, landing on top of Jazz, takes no damage miraculously, tries to escape through Africa, but Kateo says no, as Zorospo takes a lock and load through the window. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, once again, like, I know you don't want to, like, just blindly peek the sniper, but again, like, against, like, these teams, especially once you start getting, like, you know, like, main, you know, we could say, like, Iron Playoffs basically is, going for just these raw single sacks unsupported aren't going to work against these players for the most part. So you're kind of just hoping the other team makes a mistake, which, you know, especially in a high-stakes path match, might not. We do have some pressure coming from lower, though. NK maybe getting a good shot. Your soldier coming in. That 2-shot. Taking down the med. Maybe
yeah, that's Kateo, dog. You got to pop those right there. I'm sorry. In a game like that, you pop those all day.
Just a nice
Huge
quick
play.
shot by Kateo right there. So big ad on the side of Bro Moment. Getting the trade. Maleko taking down Larry.
Yeah, team got to follow up. Awkward.
Yeah, this maybe could have been just a touch more patient there, and could hold on to that Uber and what?
I don't know, but
By the nines,
yeah.
what just happened? That was
I don't know.
Uber forced out, then he took it off, and then died to crowd right then. A blind dead it looked like even. That was
the actions of a skooma addict. He saw into the future with that debt. I don't know. But actually, Maleko has a nasty trap waiting. If they come through Saw, but they go through Cat instead, actually missing a shot from NK in the process. Teo going for his bomb. They're not coming through. Actually, Numa is in. Gets blasted up, but he's only got 70 Ubers, so he either dies or he doesn't. Has nothing to force. As Jazz sitting with 20% Uber. Cap going down on mid. Turtle actually going down very low. As
I
the
like
rest
we're
of
leaving one
Service
behind
Lord.
now. We're actually moving forward, not just sitting on the cap. I like to see this.
And yeah, that's why the low health. Try to keep that momentum.
So, yeah. Plus we have the Uber ad. I mean, you know, Young Servants the Lord has the Uber ad. Excuse me. And could roll this on the last. See, this is the first time we got to see Uber Advantage last push. He's got the sentry gun up on
Oh,
the
what a
right here.
shot from Antlers! Just
He
denied
shoots
Zora's bow,
himself.
and that sends him back entirely. Oh my god! Off of one air shot. Usually air shot equals lose, but not there. Wow. It might actually even out because of that. Wow.
Yeah, just supreme confidence. His domain.
A dude from the angle I was looking at, yeah, he just jumped up, hit that one shot, and they just backed up with it. From my angle, that's what it looked like. Wow.
Yeah, not quite sure if they could have known. Looks like they might have lost track of the Ubers a little bit. Still could have gone there with about 40%. Just the sheer confidence of Mr. Fireside there.
Yeah. And they might get two for their trouble. One to the Sentry and one to Maleko.
Yep. So at least they did go for the double stack. I would have liked to see it supported a little bit better, especially when you have the brass piece heavy like that. Plus, engineer kind of would need a little bit more. Not a huge fan of if you're a young Servants to Lord fan, kind of letting through these doorways for free. I'd like to see a soldier on the this bats area than the demo on the bridge, preferably.
Yeah.
And soldier able to get in off that.
Oh, Kateo! Holding on.
Gets it again. Oh, Numa getting sniped by the
Oh.
sticky, almost drops it. But able to hold on, and able to get
See,
the back.
it's the ones you don't see after you're so tunnel vision on the soldier in your face, because, yeah, he definitely counted the rockets on that one and knew the health of them. So he held on to it, but that sticky almost got him in the end there. Trying to bust through left here, Servants of the Lord trying to get something. And TLM once again getting the kill on Larry with that sentry gun.
Yeah, I mean, so far Sax and neither team not really been too effective. I mean, but as we saw, just like that one bit of pressure, we had Maleko going down to Turtle, just the sticky, the demo fight right there. So I would like to see some aggressive play from Young Servants of the Lord here, really taking advantage of these open doorways. And Scout's able to just go face to face with Just Jazz. Kind of an awkward situation there.
Turtle!
Just getting levitated.
Oh, Zora's
down. Kato and the brass piece heavy can take down the one soldier. Would have liked to see some pressure from the other doorways, just kind of solo pressure. Everyone had to shove in that same one. Didn't quite
come to the lower doorway for free, and here we go, jumping off the wall. Could find Numa. Has no health to finish off that kill. Numa very safe and well protected right there, not even in any danger. Zorspo up on Spy, however, Larry will die.
Somehow Larry gets the force there onto Just Jazz. Somehow make it past the brass piece heavy. Getting the force now. Got full Uber ad on the Young Servants of the Lord side. We'll see what they're able to do here. First real Uber ad last push we see this match. Could this be the icebreaker right here?
Very well could be. 75 seconds to work with.
Got a lot of time. Able to get their Larry here. Larry almost here. Have time to get buffs up. No need to rush this. Gonna have at least 50% Uber ad. And looks like we'll be coming through the right side, through the shutter. On the Sentry Gun. Sentry Gun goes down very quickly. Just gotta get together on the NK. Can't let him just sit there with the brass piece for free like that. Needs a point cap. We got sticks all to the point.
Oh no.
That's 3 down. And this looks like a perfect last hold for Bra Moment actually. Just kind of that split positioning with the heavy and the Sentry Gun they weren't able to deal with. I would have liked to see some cap time pressure. Turtle had the right idea, stick it off the cap. Just no scout to be able to play right there. Would have forced the brass piece heavy to move very slowly, may I add. And could have potentially won in the last push, but instead, some clutch shots. I think NK also got a nice little headshot there. So, all in all, good stuff by Bro Moment, but and potentially very big missed opportunity by Young Servants of the Lord.
Yeah, powerful position on the truck from the heavy. They hold on, but the spy play actually coming up from behind, getting Jazz just as they held on to last, and just as quickly with the full Uber disadvantage into last, down 2. And yeah, momentum just back and forth like a pendulum, and just very sharply this time, however, as Brumman has to get back to the last very quickly and set up again. Can they get another miracle play with their hit scans? I don't know. It'd be a lot to ask of them, actually, as the cap is now halfway done and finishing out on second. Full Uber advantage for YSOL.
Yeah, I mean, if Heavy's going to play, he's kind of in an angle where it's kind of hard for him to get to the point. So the scout kind of edges from the right. It'll be hard for the Heavy to really deny the cap. So I would like to see touching the cap this time. This time coming through lower. Some going on to the Heavy. I like it. The Heavy can't, not in your spawn, not able to rotate, but he's getting just arrow tanked by the man.
Oh, yo!
The focus fire onto Tim.
No way!
Damage, the DTM stat ruined, but still going down in the end. Nice counter bomb by Kateo. Antlers coming in. Oh, it's one.
Oh! Damn, what a shot. Unfortunate. Valiant effort, but there's too much pressure, and then that off timing with the spy catches out Jazz and sets up Servants of the Lord for a second opportunity.
Yeah, interesting thing they did there. I mean, that heavy ate like 1,000 damage, getting air tanked with Brass Beast right there. And
Yeah.
I think the other team, Young Servants Lord, didn't realize how much damage is taken, so didn't focus him down with the scout and demo. It could have turned that into a very bad push for Young Servants Lord, and almost a really clutch lasso by Bruh Moment. Um, Fortunately for the rest of Young Servants Lord, we were able to get those other frags. We were able to get the Sentry Gun pretty quickly, able to turn that into a last conversion. But now still only 1-0. Bruh Moment only down one, in spite of this being the fourth round, I believe, and still a lot of TF2 left to play.
Yeah, I think we're rolling out on a mid number 5 here. So yeah, a lot of stalemates, and then finally some action kicked up here in the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're Bruh Moment, what do you think? Assuming if this is their pause, what do you think they'd be talking about right now? Oh, yeah, this is a
That's a
pause.
pause. Yeah, it's
Got a little bit of a
I don't think it's a technical. Yeah, if anything, if it, well, let's just say it is a tactical. Um, I really don't know. It's you gotta I guess for pushing, yeah, get better pressure and do the double stacks like you said. But other than that, I think the main thing is just keeping Jazz alive. He ends up in these weird positions, uh, not on mids, where he's just like in, even though like from the sort of mentality of medic doesn't really matter after an Uber, but he kind of just hurls himself at people, like that sort of thing. Like, yeah, it's true, but it's better to stay alive, type of thing. I don't know, but also the backstab. I mean, just little things. Just got to keep him up so we can have that Uber in hand, and just really work those advantages because. Yeah, they won the mids, but both medics died pretty much every time I think so far. So not a whole lot to actually extract advantage wise that isn't just pure DM, but both teams are usually in such a poor state afterwards. It's kind of a tough ask.
yeah. It seems like on the Young Servants of the Lord side, just a little bit more split, especially on those first two mids. Weren't really able to provide a whole lot of support to their soldier initiation, and then Bruh Moment able to focus fire pretty well. It looked like just get
Yeah,
those quick kills and then turn that into mid win. Then on the last one, moved a bit slower, but just again, felt like Bruh Moment was moving together a little bit better as a unit, and was able to kind of force YSL into that kind of bowl area down and lower, and able to get a nice mid win off of that. But as we say that, speaking of mids, on to number 5.
and yeah, Maleko down to 37 HP very early here, has to receive an arrow, and that allows her to just walk across the point, but receives a lot of damage now as the soldier bombs come in, looking a little bit more synchronized. NK takes down Zoro's bow. TLM very weak though. In lower, will collect the pack and to meet the rest of his team, but Red is already well across that point. Kateo tries to go for a salvage play, but NK will go down with him as well. TLM trying to get out with just Jazz through Africa. They link up, so they will have Uber for last at the very least. And yeah, both medics sitting at about 80%.
Yeah, I'd say kind of in contrast to the mids I talked about a minute ago, that one looked a little bit more synced up compared to what we've seen in the past. It looked
Yeah.
like YSL was able to follow up on their aggression a little bit better, able to convert those kills. Just gotta watch out for Inky on Sniper here. He's hit some nice shots so far. I'd be very cautious. It looks like we're just gonna Uber straight in, just take a interesting trade, but they take down Kateo. It could turn out to be good. Oh, they take down another NK and spawn, going down instantly.
Woo,
I'm not sure if
Maleko.
it's this Uber, but Maleko hits the lock and load. Tim gets clean up, but 4 down.
Zoros
Just
was 14
Maleko.
HP. Is he really just going to get away with it? No way. Maleko. Oh no, Jazz. And just like that, 2-0, 8 minutes to go. So yeah, it was definitely
Wow.
tactical. It was probably a lot of heated words as we draw near the end of regulation time, I guess, in the first map before banning time hits.
Yep, we are about 8 minutes left in regulation time. Yeah, and that's very interesting. I didn't see. It didn't look like Youngsters of the Lord had anything really go off there, but it turned out good for them in the end. On to the next mid. Got Larry going behind here, and there's might be trying to lock him down, holding down the kitchen area. Now behind and lower and Saw. Got Got a lot of aggression forward though.
Yeah, NK clearly
moment,
wanted to
able to
go
get 2
aggressive with that
kills.
guy behind, and it pays off.
Oh, but Larry able to get the med.
See,
And
that's
then,
what I mean. It just they got to do well to just deathball and just somehow just prevent these leaks, either by being because I feel like he's back when he should be forward. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys just creeping from behind. So maybe I think it would just be better to play central on the
yeah,
point.
I mean,
And
I
just
completely agree. Just like playing, at the very least, not going back to your side is definitely the one
yeah,
thing
at
you
that,
don't want to do.
especially at that point of the mid, it's like just play central on the point. Who cares if they come back in? There's only 2 up. You know.
Yeah, definitely just want to be around your team in those situations. But nonetheless, still a mid win for Brum moment. But with all these shenanigans after, Shushaka actually able to take down KTO. Young Servant's Lord able to take it back. Kind of a delayed mid win. And with this one frag, yeah, I would like to see them continue to rush low. Gotta watch out for these traps. Oh, misses the death. Malika almost has it. But a lot of pressure coming in. Zoro gonna bomb in, make some space. Gonna fade a little bit. I can draw too many eyes, not putting too much pressure. Having to fade that far back, and a lot of damage being taken, but now slowly starting to move up into the central area, into 50-50 area, and Brahma kind of pushed all the way back in the lobby here. Able to get a kill onto Zoro. TLM taking down Zoro and NK going down at the same time though, but yeah, it's just really quick aggression by Young Servants of the Lord here. See, they decide to just like send it again, pushing them all the way back, and Brahma just playing very passive right now.
Oh no!
And then just the cap right there by Tansum. Just the Young Servants are really just putting the pedal to the metal right here, just really, really pushing the pace right there. Was a very aggressive play, going off, particularly, relatively small lad, just knowing that Bro Moment was just like playing very passive, very defensive there, just giving them the space. So they walked in and took it. Very, very good stuff by Young Servants Lord. But Bro Moment, I mean, they're doing well in these mid fights. They just need to clean up.
They need to keep Jazz alive, like straight up. It's just killing them as much as it kills Jazz every time. You need to have that Uber, man. You need to have their meta alive, have those heals. It's the priority, hop down on them. Stay with your med. Antlers might get caught out here, isolated by 3 players on the top left. Larry will get credited with the kill. Yateo might be next there, cratering after a lot of damage done, and Larry landing huge on top of the combo as they get out of Saw, as red combo goes down through lower, hot on their heels with the pursuit. And yeah, Brahman once again back to the last, and how the tables have turned. What seemed to be Brahman beating down the door of YSOL, just exactly the opposite now with 4.5 minutes to go roughly.
This time we will see YSL, see what they got in store if we can stalemate. Oh, Shushak immediately going down to KTO.
4 health.
Tansum also going down. Everybody under 100. It's a nuke.
KTO gets another drop.
4K gets a drop, hits multiple people that last rocket just. So yeah, we said, what does YSL have for this these sacks? Apparently the 6-man and the 4K for KTO.
Hopefully Jazz doesn't get caught up by the spy again. Shoeshocker, he's committed on it.
KTO making some big stuff happen right there. Just gotta watch out for, like you said, the spy play once again. Could gone for the soldier there, evened it up a little bit. Instead, deciding to go for the. It's got greater aspirations here. Been decloaked and recloaked quite a few times. Might have been heard. We'll see if Bro Moment is aware. So the cloak and daggers got time there because Ruby's kind of falling behind. Just essentially going to give up 3 points off of this now. Teo going down to the trap.
Oh no, Maleko! Maleko!
And the force comes out. Jazz not able to turn around time, just instantly pops. And that's going to be basically a force +2, not very valuable play.
Well, yeah, I gotta say, good reactions from Jazz. Honestly, he was right on top of that.
Yeah, gotta be very careful there. Just gotta watch out for the backup. Doesn't look like Bro Moment's gonna go for it. Looks like YSL. We'll push back out, take 2, as Bro Moment retreats back to the middle. So, got pretty large ad on the side of YSL. Of course, Shoeshocker does have still stuck on spy. It's gonna make it a lot harder. For a moment, I like their setup here.
Ooh, Mateo's aggressive. Oh my god.
Gets one, almost gets another. Takes down, doesn't have to, take down 3 though. That's big play right there. Once again, Kateo just real MVP of Bro Moment right now. TLM walking in, trying to get the chase down. Numa doesn't have the scout speed to run away. He does have the big burly projectiles in his way.
Well, that's a great way to nullify Uber disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, once again, just I do like compared to like what we've seen from other parts of the Brum moment, they were able to really weren't giving so much space for free. We're able to actually I wouldn't say obviously not quite lock out the doors, but at least punish people for coming in. We're not didn't look like they're posture afraid, for lack of a better word, and yeah, they're rewarded for it.
Yeah, well, here we are back to familiar territory once again. The double soldier through lower, trying to get the sentry, and they don't get the spam down, but they're going back for round 2 of it. Could get jostled in and finished off, but no, both soldiers do live, but no gun, however. 3 minutes 20 on the round clock, 1 minute 50 for the server timer before banny time pops. Maleko in through lower, both soldiers as well following up, and here they go for that. But they have 2 explosives looking at it, YSOL, and they do get both soldiers, Turtle, with the stickies, and ooh, I think they should have maybe gone through the shutter and dropped down like they did the time before.
Yeah. Try to go for the double spam, but instead ate the double spam themselves, the triple spam even.
True that, true that. Larry in big, Jazz not in a great spot, it goes down low. Oh, what a sink bomb.
Just gotta watch out for antlers. Prowling through lower, might not be spotted. Looks like still have the gun on last though, so antlers not gonna be able to go for the back out. He's gonna go straight for the point.
Antlers!
But not able to get it. No, going down to 50. Good attempt, but not quite enough. Got to be very careful. TLM on sniper here. Let's see what he's able to do. They at least might be able to at least force out the Uber, but TLM actually on heavy. Might go for a sneaky heavy play in the forward spawn, it looks like. Let's see what he's got to do with that brass piece, as usual.
Tomislav.
Oh no. Well, Repus would be in shambles.
Well, for the stealth factor, that's why he's doing it.
Makes sense, makes sense.
He's revved up. He's ready to go. He peeks out. And
get a little extra pressure. I mean, it's enough to get the force. Ends up working out. They do lose 2 at the same time. They got to be very cautious what comes next. No soldiers, so it could be a window for YSL to continue pushing for the force here. Take advantage of only 1 projectile. Should be able to get in, maybe make something happen if they so choose to. And it looks like they will choose not to, as they will stay on second. Just set up for the force. Again, pretty standard setup. Yeah, just gonna wait for see what Brum Moment has on the push out. But it looks like Brum Moment not gonna risk it.
nope.
Gonna just stay on last, play for the see if they can play for the round reset.
Banny
We are in
time
banny
takes
time
over.
right now.
Yep, first to 4, baby. 3 minutes 30 on the round before reset. Let's go. And Uber's once again going to even out. NK peeking out, but he could get collapsed on bridge by Larry if he doesn't look up, and he doesn't. But NK, he's still diving in with low health. He wants to kill, but he gets finished off by Turtle. It tails him onto Jazz as well. That's another drop. But 3 dead for both sides. CLM still has the gun up, however. But Numa still does have Uber, but decides not to use it on that sentry. Going to back up and collect those spawners as Jazz gets up himself. And yeah, another drop. I think that's, what, 2 or 3 now? So,
2 or 3,
not great. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, from the YSL side, it looks like, I like what they did there. A lot of, especially like lower division teams will get really antsy there. Just rush that 3-on-3.
Yeah, yeah.
I like what they're doing. They're waiting for their players, getting buffed up, taking their time.
Absolutely.
And take a really, coordinated last push instead of just rushing it. So
If it were a demo, oh yeah, go for it.
Yep. So we're going down pretty early. Got the heavy to worry about. Need the focus fire together. NK once again getting tanked up to the max, taking so much damage. NK finally going down. Everybody pretty low on YSL those. Anyone's fight right now. So we're going down. Larry going down. Pretty even. 3-on-3. Tantum on top of the point. It's got the high ground. Is it over? Onto Jazz. Sign just sell after the med.
Jazz gets the frag.
The arrows and antlers. Oh wait, Turtle still might be able to salvage. Just gonna go for it. Runs onto the point. Takes out antlers, but not able to. Reinforcements coming in. Cavalry riding in, saving antlers there.
Oh, this is a dive if I've ever seen one. They need to not be here right now. NK, you need to be out, buddy. You are way too ambitious.
Yeah, the spawn timers on the UI, so a little too good.
Just regroup.
For a moment, just Jazz trying to get his way. Oh, and Zoro gets. I farted right as I said that. But yeah, Zoro gets the last rocket onto Jazz around that corner. Just looked like a bit of miscoordination there. Just Jazz, the last one out, and able to get caught on the back end there by Zoro. Now it's going to be another Uber advantage last push for YSL. And this time, no med up, no buffs. gonna make it much harder for NK to stay alive, which that arrow tank heavy's been kind of a real thorn in their sides. We'll see if they're able to get it without having to deal with that heavy onto the right side, pushing across, focusing down antlers. Jazz is finally up once again, and onto the point party, and NK almost there in time. Not
Very low
enough
health
though,
all
and that's going to
around.
be 4-0 in favor of YSL taking map one, which I believe was their map, if I recall
Well,
correctly.
yeah, and it was a bit of a slow burn, and then it turned into the frickin' Hindenburg, like straight up, just exploded at the end there, just all at once, you know. So yeah, bit of a disappointment. Honestly, it looked like it could have been a hell of a lot closer, like by a margin of 1 or 2, but no, 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, it felt a lot closer than that, just because, like for example, you look at the mid fights. I think the first four, three out of the first four were in
First three,
favor
yeah.
of first three in a row, all in favor Brumo, and I think just missing those opportunities to really get better sacks and is a bit one of the biggest things that cost them. Yeah, like you can say like yeah, Jazz did drop like three times, but Numa also did have two drops, so it kind of evens out a little bit. Med deaths still on side of Numa, a lot lower across the board. It just seemed like there's maybe some miscommunication, but Jazz getting caught out, and especially at that last point right there, they kind of maybe went for a pretty risky push, and Jazz maybe just a little bit slow to react to the call to get back.
Well,
Ended up going down there.
the one stat I'm looking at, 11 deaths to Numa's 5. That's pretty huge.
Yeah, and but yeah, I think this was like kind of like you said, just like the spy plays, just not being cautious of those, especially after they've already shown the spy. The first time, understandable, can kind of catch you off guard. You got really
Yeah.
tuned into it, but after that, it's really on you to really
I,
focus on that, especially when they could have a spy.
I see, and that's the thing. In these playoff games, I would imagine there would be like a hyper awareness, a hypersensitivity. You see it once, and it's like, all right, never again from now to the rest of time. It won't work again. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the fact that back to back, it seemed to work. But what can you do? They're on Bago now. Their last chance to pull one out. But yeah, let me look at these stats one more time before we move on completely. Shoe Shocker, 18-8, pretty sick stat line. Damage isn't all there, but Aqua Turtle, our buddy Turtle, 248, looking pretty good. Zoro, 255. He was getting shut down a lot on those mids, but I guess still making it work in pretty much every other instance. But yeah, can't argue with that scoreline, 4-0.
Yep. I'm kind of surprised to see KTO kind of a little bit lower in damage than expected because it just felt like every bomb I saw when I was watching
Yeah,
the game
no,
was a massive
huge.
nuke.
Yeah.
But probably some of the stalemates probably does cut into that a little bit, so
Oh
understandable.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like I said, another thing, just I think at the end of these scrappy fights, it looked like Brunt Moment just wasn't hard to say whose fault it was. If it's the med separating himself, or just the team not regrouping around the med, maybe a little bit of both in some of these situations. But being able to like protect your med at the end of these fights, I think is
Yeah.
something they've got to work on, especially on Bagel. Bagel gets very scrappy very fast, so I think they can very much pull it back if they're able to at least make that one adjustment because they don't really need to worry about sacking in Bagel quite as much.
Well, I know Kateo and TLM are very comfortable maintaining control of that right house. And Antlers, he suffers a bit on the left, but he makes it work, and yeah, I think I they got the houses worked out, which, I feel like is the downfall of most of the lower division teams on this map.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So do you have any? I spilled my sort of inside info on why. So you got any
Yeah, I mean, there's
inside secret
nothing really
strats on
to it. It's
Brum Moment?
just that sort of, they like to work the right house type of deal,
Mhm.
Um, the only thing that leaves me wanting is the way that NK handled edging the point and countering edging, because it seems like he would always jump back like right as the enemy team hops on it, and the point caps fast. So the time we go back, it's already capped, and then they cap it and they're in possession of it, and then we're the one getting blocked. So it's just that's the only real thing I think they could clean up on. But other than that, the forward holds are good, and yeah, we've played some pretty good competition on this map when I subbed in. So yeah, I imagine it still holds true that they'll probably do well in this one. but that first map looms over their head pretty big, 4-0. I think they might have had bigger, better ambitions about that first map than losing 0-4. But we'll see if they can turn it around here and stay in it.
Yeah, I mean that's upside going to Koth map. It's kind of a mental reset, completely different kind of
Right.
game. So you can say like, well, 5 CP doesn't matter anymore. Let's just focus on Koth right now. See what
Just
we can do.
frag out, man. Get it all out. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll see. Let's see what happens. I mean, like I said, Bagel, unlike that first 15 minutes, kind of a little bit of a snooze fest, if we're being honest. And the last 15 minutes definitely picked up quite a bit.
Yeah, they had an
But
espresso in the middle or something during one of those pauses. I don't know, but it certainly kicked off. Yeah.
yeah, and then but of course Bagel, kind of really nonstop action, not a whole lot. Can't play
Mm-hmm.
Bagel slow inherently. That's just
No.
not how the map works. So
No.
we're definitely gonna see a lot more action, a lot more fast-paced stuff here. Big numbers, big DPMs, big deaths. We'll see a lot more of that.
Yeah, but you got to be a lot more brazen on this map as a result. You know, you can't exactly play slow and well stalemate like Snakewater sort of demands at times. So yeah, quite the opposite. Kind of a whiplash, schizophrenic sort of map pick, if you ask me.
Yeah. And I'm really curious to see how YSL kind of plays this left house. They were asking me about it earlier, so see if they're able to, you know, when they decide to go for it, what situations they want to, and then, yeah, see how that plays out.
Yeah, holding your relative left house is pretty much the key. Because, yeah, you can get real good focus on spam. You can also run behind, and you know, like we said before, you know, you land there as a soldier, and it's kind of lame because you're in the low ground pit. You can't really see. But if you can work your combo in there and go really fast behind with an Uber, like on Uber Advantage, sort of like how you can work a funny Uber in the center of clear cut. If you have if you're like on the side, you know you can ambush them from close up. You can do the same thing in the left house with Uber. Anyway, both teams are readied up here. We're getting ready to go on the second map of round one, season 15 IM of RGL, baby. Let's go.
Yep. And who are you watching on this first mid? Who do you want to take a
Uh,
little
uh,
gander at?
I defaulted to Turtle, so let's go with Turtle. See how he lays out these stickies early. Carpets.
All right. Already some damage on Maleko. Just getting arrowed up here. Nothing going on to it. Just looks like Larry pushing this right house with Tansem right now. Antlers holding pretty fast, be able to stop him from getting through. Bomb comes in onto the right side, kind of swings to the house. They kind of like all the way around the world, and you know, good pressure from on the point on the side of Brumon, but NK going down, just losing one person on this map is so impactful. It's really gonna make it very difficult to win this. This is really a map where, I mean, everyone's life matters on every map, but even more so on Beagle. I feel like the fights become very difficult to play once one person goes down, and you're all picking up TLM right now. So it looked really good for Brum Moment at the start, just not able to quite convert that. Just losing that one pick on NK, like I said, just that completely changed the fight when they already had a lot of good point pressure.
Yeah, the trick with this point is that you really have to use it to your advantage to play peekaboo. You know what I'm saying? You don't really need to draw past the halfway point if they're not aggressing. But they are aggressing, and Uber is popped off across the point. Malek, which is 5 HP, is going to live and escape for the time being. Just Jazz going to escape with the NK as Uber fades, but Numa still holding firmly onto their Uber, aggressing right back across the point. Moment did not cap, so 2 minutes and 20 seconds and counting for YSOL here on the first round of Bagel.
Looks like Sackwave coming in. A lot of damage on this right. Numa got out the force here. And actually, not a bad sack for Brum Moment. I mean, they got 2 picks plus, you know, got the force. Got what they came for here.
Yeah, they're really good on the transitions with these 4-man sacks on the COD maps. I've noticed they really sort of drilled that into themselves, and yeah, like at a moment's notice, just like you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? You can't take too long and debate and decide. Oh, when do we go? I got to get a buff. Just go. You know. So yeah, they really got good about that pretty quickly.
I do hate when teams do like the Houston NASA countdown. All right, we're gonna go 10, 9, 8, 7, blah blah blah. But yeah, basically, YSL still, you know, minute up on the clock. Basically, even Ubers. Looks like Just Jazz will get about 10% early. We'll see if he can spot it. Oh, but both scouts going down. Turtle just taking down both scouts right there. That's gonna
They need the pressure, Turtle. He is just having absolute free reign. He's not getting pressured at all by Maleko. It's just damn.
Yeah.
I've been watching him. Like he's just having an easy time of it. There's no other way to say it. Really, it's that simple.
And now, able to get this forward hold set up here. You see, we have the one soldier in the demo on the left and just one soldier top right. A little bit unusual, but looks like we do have a lot of pressure on the left. Antler's able to get through the top right. Handsome flanking through the center. I'm kind of interested out of this old. It works out pretty well though. I kind of like it actually. We got two people going down on the side, and that's going to be sustained forward. Oh, they're getting a little aggressive here. Takes out Maleko though. I mean, it is a trade though on Koth. Is that really what you want here, given the short spawns and how close Maleko has to roll out?
Well, it kind of messes up their. Well, actually, no, they are maneuvering over just fine, but it's just NK and Jazz as they come through. Now Antlers trailing behind. Counter pop from Numa. Slightly worse for Jazz, but both teams ending up on their side of the mid. As Ubers fade, Kateo's in, gets the demo. Very nice. And Bro Moment captures back the point with 27 seconds left for YSO.
Just comes from the middle. Larry takes down Just Jazz with help from the other soldier. Zoro. Yeah, just kind of like what we talked about earlier. It just looks like that's one of their big weaknesses. Just they're not checking all their boxes.
Yeah.
Not assessing all the threats when
Right.
it's kind of these low states between the fights. And it's allowing Young Servants Lord to make these salvage plays. They're able to get him back in the game, and now goes from having a Ubrad on the Bro Moment side, now Ubrad on YSL side.
And just 27 seconds, but here comes the foreman, very nicely timed. Called in the med, and there we go. TLM getting the med in the end, building with NK, but 27 seconds and counting as the point changes hands once again. Servants of the Lord.
Yeah, normally that work out okay, but given the cap time or the map or point time, only 20 seconds left when that happened, does make it kind of awkward. They're barely just gonna get Uber here, and then they gotta hold for 2 minutes after. Oh,
I don't know why they're so far back. Yeah, they need to be like on the point and capping like right now.
Very aggressive. Numa hits a good surf. So low, able to get the back. Ow, Turtle with the pipe taken down. Just Jazz right there. At the end, all that work for that Uber, it's not enough. Just shot it into that crowd. And then Antlers, nothing less stand here, but not
because he pulled out the arrows, man. Because he pulled out the freaking arrows and he just ate so much shit on point. Couldn't pop off that Uber to save himself, even if he wanted to.
Yeah, it can be like definitely it's hard to have to get out of. There's a lot of times you just want an arrow, but just in these situations, gotta have the discipline, like.
Just keep that beam out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tell your team, no, you can't arrow right now. Just gotta have that discipline. But
let the Uber speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? You don't need an arrow.
It can be very difficult though. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Discipline.
Sometimes I still fall for it. But yeah, just it's critical right there to just keep that beam out right there specifically. But oh no, a flank on the left house goes unseen as Antlers gets a little bit caught unawares, but he does keep his life for the time being. Receives an arrow as well as the point gets captured by Bro Moment first, but halfway capped already by YSOL Kateo, retreating back to the right as NK gets a kill onto Tansom and Antlers onto Larry.
Yeah, everyone gets knocked down low on the side of Bro Moment, but everybody lives, so they're gonna just retake this really fast. It doesn't really matter that YSL capped the point, taking it 15 seconds off the cap. I mean, it's really nothing, but basically nothing grand scheme of things. An Under Turtle, KTO taking him down, just able to get on there for free, get a nice demo pick, and slow, buy some extra time and set this portal.
Surely they've been called out on the left, spotted by Antlers, now rotating back as Larry and Tansom to hold down their flank duties. And here comes the bust. Ugh, Numa with Kateo trying to get the force off, and he does. The one-man sack does its job, but Soldier high in the sky on top of Jazz. Oh, gets the force off. Zorospo gets the force, but man, I think it's just because Jazz said no one was on top of him. He wasn't looking, but could they salvage here with more? But no, they feed into the jaws of the enemy turtle. Larry and Shoe Shocker, and Larry again. Oh, getting frags, and it's just Kateo and TLM left alive as Young Servants of the Lord cap the point back, just trying to time out their spawns before they do, and there we go.
Yeah, once again, just kind of like we said, just not losing track of things, not really able to regroup and reestablish their foothold during these scrappy fights at the end. And there's another opportunity. They could have really turned this round on its head, but now Young Servants Lord has a chance to kind of even it up once again. You got the foothold going, also have Uber advantage. Could be a rough push for Bro Moment if they're able to get it a little bit before they have Uber, but losing KTO right there, gotta make it much harder. Antlers also going down.
Well, TLM does get a frag. But Zorspo is in the lobby, lurking around, and yeah, Brumma backs out and avoids that threat for the time being.
Getting that trade for the time being does help them out a little bit. It's still going to be pretty hard to get through. Just buy a little bit more space for the sword to try to jump through on this bottom left side, especially.
Oh, fat
the big
trap!
That's yeah, going to be 2 and another 20-30 seconds off the clock in favor of YSL. Just having trouble getting through this forward hold so far, it looks like.
Screw that. Just go for the trade at this point, honestly. Just bust through and hope for the best. Minute 30 on the clock left. Yeah.
Oh,
And these
trickle
traps
and
are just
another
wreaking
one.
havoc. Kateo goes down. Tansen, they just got to stop with this trickle right now and just go for the trade. You know, they should have just gone for it the last wave here, but now they got to wait 2 more seconds for these spawns and another 3 or 4 for them to roll out properly and just to get there. And yeah.
Yeah, it went from being 2:30 on the clock for YSL down to almost 1 minute now. Almost about minute and 30 staying in this forward hold. So
Screw it, just
turn it around
trade.
for YSL.
Get in there. There we go. NK
Uber does
finally
come out.
popping around that corner. Maleko getting the kill on Larry as well, but Antler's not able to escape the Wrath of Turtle as the Ubers fade. Jazz able to escape and rotating over to the right. The battle will reinitiate. NK fighting off the entire team. TLM finally tagging in and helping join in the fray. And yeah, the rest of oh, Turtle bleeds.
Numa drops Turtle. Could have healed him with the bleed. Instead, he'll die in front of his eyes. And that's gonna be yeah, nice little turnaround. I mean, the trade worked out. Got 2 soldiers very early. I would have liked to see Bro Moment be a little bit more aggressive towards the tail end. Maybe get caught the med, but nonetheless, still gonna be able to get this point and start turning this round back in their favor.
I'm just glad they finally figured it out. You know, NK came streaming around that corner fully Ubered, and yeah, it was a really good trade. It just took them a long while and bled a lot of unnecessary time off the clock. And now, minute 20 some on the clock for Brummel. I think it was like 145 or whatever. Compared to 51 seconds, they have their work cut out for them, and even Ubers to boot. So they just got to keep Jazz alive and have the super so they can stall then and just draw out this clock and I don't know, maybe take their first round back and tie it all up.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like being down 5 rounds in a row feels bad. On the other hand, I mean, new map, only down 1-0 on this map, really not as bad as it looks. If you think about it in those terms.
No, it just that first round looked a little bit rough. It seemed like Bro Moment kind of just, like I said, they didn't. I'm gonna cope for them a bit here. They went from snake to metal. They didn't practice on bagel, and service the Lord. They just practiced on bagel. So I'll give them a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. Give them a 1 round deficit. Say okay, work your way back. Sort of shake off the dust on bagel and come back and start to earn those rounds back.
Yeah, and like I said, I know I've been saying it over and over, but it still remains true that just getting to better positions, being aware of the threats between, at the tail end of fights, and then kind of regrouping, communicating that would make a huge difference for a moment. Could even, this round could have already been over in their favor for that. They could have won some rounds on stake, maybe won that map, if not for that. So definitely the biggest thing that I'd like to see them clean up. If maybe that's what they're talking about in the attack ball, is just kind of reorienting a little bit.
For sure. Actually, the main thing I'm worried about in the here and now, once this unpauses, is this flank in the left house. If your Broad moment, Larry and Tansum kind of going unnoticed here. Antlers is a little bit weak as well, so they could potentially catch out Jazz here if he's not looking. Could be a little bit scary, and that might just seal the deal and help Servants of the Lord clutch out a second round actually here. But yeah, just waiting for this to unpause, and I think NK is probably having his leadership speech around about this point, and Jazz is probably saying something that sounds like something an Australian would say. So yeah.
Yeah, something like let's get him, mate. I don't know. I couldn't think of an Australian catchphrase that doesn't have a word I'm not allowed to say on stream. But yeah, I mean, kind of like I said with this flank here, looking very very spooky right now. If you're a Bro
Yeah.
fan, I think that's one of the big things about this map that really punishes teams. That you have to be, and it's very difficult when you're playing demo or meds, especially. There's so many other things you're focused on, either healing or doing damage to. But yeah, keeping track of like, I don't know, if you play like Dota or like League of Legends or some game like that, I kind of think of it like you have like top lane, bot
Right.
lane, mid lane, and like if you have
Yeah.
you then kind of have your vision, you like your soldiers, you like your wards, kind of
I
watching these out. And when you don't have the vision, you got to be
yeah. I
mentally
see what you
aware of
mean.
what those threats coming from those angles. So, and it looks like, yeah, we'll see if Moment is aware of it after this pause.
And yeah, dude, that left house sure is the hard lane, man. You ain't kidding. On Soldier Man, the amount of times I've heard hate for that left house, dude, just unbelievable. I don't think I've heard of a more hated position on a single map than left house on Bagel recently.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, what maps are really, really bad for Soldier? Trying to think, like, what's the least fun point to play? Actually, that's a question for you. What's the least fun point to play for you,
For
just in
me,
general? Yeah, just like what's the worst position you hate being in TF2?
maps that are actually played, or can I just say Spire on Badlands?
Yeah, no, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Okay. Besides Reckoner, I don't know. There's no mids that I really hate. There's no seconds that I really hate anymore. I've sort of just learned to embrace it and just love it no matter how much I hate it.
Oh, never mind. Here we go.
Yeah, I'll ponder on that later, but we're back to the action now. That flank did not happen, and actually the counter onto Larry by
They were
Kateo.
aware. They knew. Larry going down there. Kateo, Antlers jumping in very late. Tanzim just clean up the soldiers one by one. NK probably caught out as well. Just gonna get caught there. Just looked like a really good turnaround for Moment, but just kind of one by one the feed over and over. Tanzim onto Just Jazz. Jazz able to get the pack. Good protection by TLM right there. And so even Ubers, it looks like. We have to retry. Get the clock fixed up.
Oh yeah, I'll have to do that then. But no, it looks like 40 seconds and counting for Servants of the Lord. Oh, Turtle, get TLM with the sticky trap on top of the awning there on the right. And Antlers goes down to some spam from Larry in the left house. Uber is popped off on Maleko. NK is on Uber. Tanzim trying his luck here. And NK just jumps right into him. Kind of a bold move if you ask me. Didn't quite pay off. And Maleko and Just Jazz will follow suit. 15 seconds left on the clock. Add a minute onto that for Moment. It's looking more and more insurmountable by the second. And yeah, this could be 2-0 very quickly for Servants of the Lord.
We got KTO flowing to the left. Antlers gets immediately shot out of the air. And doesn't look like anyone else is going to be able to get to it. TLM comes a little sneaky back kept to the house, but it's not going to be enough. Yeah, it looked like, I mean, it feels like the way I'm seeing Moment play these fights feels very desync. Like, they immediately got that kill onto Larry.
Yeah.
In the left house, but then it just turned into one person bombed by themselves all the way across, immediately died. The other person came across, immediately died. NK caught, kind of on the right side, immediately died. Just the chain feed one after another. It's just later in these fights, the longer these fights go on, it just seems like Moment's not really playing in the same spots, fighting the same things, and just getting punished for it. On to the next move. Still, anyone's ball game right now. KTO fading around, get some good damage. Get some shots on Zora, almost takes him down.
And for it.
Not going to get anything going. This looks like it's going to be a pretty clean mid-win for YSL. Now 3 down, and potentially go for maybe a soft lead over here. Never mind, so we're going down to soldiers. Probably just going to get some early traps and a little bit of early spam, but can't really forward down to soldiers. So, even Ubers do have the chance to just walk in and grade here. See, no soldiers to spam the point right now. Would like to see them try to touch the cap a little, maybe get some early cap time. Going for sneaky Uber behind, just walking through the left, taking advantage, no soldiers in there. It's an interesting trade angle. Are going to cap the point behind it, and Force comes out. This is going to be a little bit better on the side of Mr. Numa's Uber, but nothing too substantial either way. And now kind of just a dry fight. KTO got caught on the back end there, and KL's pretty low. Zoro, getting taken down in main.
That could have been very ugly for TLM. He was caught in very close quarters with that soldier, but he came out on top, and Shoe Shocker could end up very hurt as well. Antlers looking around, finds Larry jumping in on top of Just Jazz, and with the last sliver of health, finally Larry will be taken down. TLM taking down Tanzim, so this is great positioning for Moment. They could forward very easily with Uber coming up very shortly thereafter. 2 minutes 40 to go for them. But no, breaking through the left already. They gave up. Oh, they gave up all that positioning. Zorispo trying to clear through and fade a bit. And they're coming out onto Plat on top of the air conditioning units. Asserting some dominance. Cap finally going down. NK going to block him. Maleko trying to carpet as best he can. Trying to avoid this cap, and finally Ubering across here. Newman with only 95. And if they had just a bit of backup. They could have potentially collapsed, made that a bit more catastrophic, but they will get Larry as well post Uber, and they get Turtle before. He'll be coming up shortly in the spawns, but Numa still holding on to that Uber, ready to go at any time. 2 minutes and counting for Bro Moment on the clock.
Yeah, and YSL in kind of a sketchy spot here, just kind of hanging out in this lower area by themselves. And the other side, not really watched. If someone from Bro Moment had flanked around the other side, could have been really bad. Sackwave coming in, Numa baits it pretty hard with Shoe Shocker, but will Bro Moment be able to clean up these other frags outside? Turtle now isolated, KT oversteered, oh, gets an air shot, gets an eye, isn't enough, and another one. Turtle doing tons of damage, able to kind of not in a great position, but able to use his mechanics, make it work regardless. I'd really like to see Bro Moment commit a little bit harder on those isolated players. Turning those, even if some people end up dying to do, but getting those isolated frags could have made that a good fight for them. But now on the back foot again. Why
Yeah,
so?
Bro Moment. Oh, go for it.
Oh, still in the portal once again. Bro Moment has that breakthrough. Trade does come out. Jazz pops Uber very low. Numa still holding on his Larry.
Come on, Larry.
For a long time. Living like Larry, and the Uber does finally come out.
Jazz.
Able to get some shots onto the back end of Mr. Numa there. Able to get the force, but is it enough?
Like, this is what I
End
mean.
of the
Like, Jazz
day.
just puts himself like a foot or two like in front of the doorway as his Uber ends, and then he runs back past the doorway. Like, just stand in that doorway and look, dude. Don't commit yourself like that. But yeah, another instance of Jazz just getting himself killed there, and now Numa with a pretty good Uber head. Not much, but it could be enough here as it gets down to the wire. Minute 10 left for Service of the Lord on their clock. Holding, positioning firm, but Larry, actually a bit of bad movement. Can he get straight by the arrow? No, he'll crater. Unfortunate. And Turtle could go down as well after some very quick damage. So can Zorispo. Very poor health from Service of the Lord. Allows Bro Moment to claw that point back, and NK peeks across the point very cheekily. It takes down a very lit Zoro, but the Stickies counter him back.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm seeing quite often. Like the scouts going just a little bit too far on the point for Bro Moment, getting caught out in these situations. YSL able to get that focus fire down pretty well. Cleans those skills really fast, and people overstep right there. Still, Bro Moment was able to get the point off of that. We have the spawner coming in, so it's not going too bad for Bro Moment. 1 minute to 1 minute, could easily be Bro Moment's round, especially if this next Uber goes well for them. KTO go number low, the flank coming in, Tansum able to get a kill. Ubers come out, slightly better trade for Just Jazz, might be able to get a kill at the end here. Oh, but Maleko ends up taking a little bit of damage, gets on flash momentarily. Some kind of reset. Once again, TLM taking a lot of damage up there. Gotta be able to get out, and yeah, Bro Moment's still pretty happy with that. They're able to hold on to the point. MK, once again getting out very low, doesn't overextend quite as much this time. It's gonna be forced back, and it's gonna give YSL the point.
And they could catch out Larry, and yeah, there's the pick in left house. Very nice. Kateo asking for a buff. They could cap this point back and just sort of seal the deal, but Antlers will go down to Shoe Shocker in the meanwhile. Kateo in that right house, just putting that pressure forward, but Shoe Shocker finds him and knows he doesn't have a buff, but the rest of the team will follow. Zorospo in the 1v1 with NK, and just like that, Bro Moment crumbles at the very end. Maleko will die. TLM surely to follow, and Jazz getting out with 63% Uber. 44 seconds for Servants of the Lord to tick off the clock, but they haven't capped quite yet. 8 seconds for Bro Moment. Left static as Zorspo gets a kill on a TLM, and 4 HP to boot. He'll leave and get healed up by Numa very safely on the point.
Yeah, Numa does have a little bit of Uber advantage. Bro Moment has to be a little bit cautious here, not get Uber checked. Not sure if they know, but they've had trouble getting out of this portal, so we'll see if they're able to break it. Larry able to take down Antlers, Mr. Fireside himself, Jazz taking a lot of spam, just trying to get in to see if he can. Trade comes out. It's not too bad for Bro Moment. They do have to deal with Antlers being down for the post fight though, and they lose TLM at the same time. Another pick comes out, only Larry down for YSL. Let's have a long spawn timer though, but it's 1 by 1. The scouts just cleaning up this post fight. Bro Moment a little bit more together this time, but just the focus fire better on YSL, and Turtle cleaning up with a nice 1 for 2 sticky. Sealing round number 3 for YSL. It's a do or die right now for Bro Moment.
Yeah, last bastion of hope. The potential final round for Bro Moment's run in the playoffs for this season, and just the beginning for YSOL. We'll see how it goes here, rolling out to this 4th mid.
Yeah. I mean, Bro Moment, it looks like that round went a lot better for them. Much better.
Oh, absolutely.
If they're able to keep that up, you don't see a comeback. We'll see what happens.
Well, now they have to put the hammer down and finalize, that comeback and that recollection here. Kateo going in huge.
Good start for Bro Moment, taking down Turtle, not letting him just hit the damage over and over for free. Lots of damage out, actually. Got a lot of those bombs, and was actually managed to live. Larry not able to get much, so yeah, very clean mid on the side of Bro Moment right there.
And yeah, taking out Turtle, like I said early on, got to take him out because he was having free reign way too much. And yeah, finally reeling that in, and already 20 seconds off the clock. Roman looking very much in charge as Jazz gets Uber.
Yeah, we'll see. We haven't seen YSL in this situation much, being the one that has to kind of walk up and force the trade. We'll see what they're able to do. I'd like to see them try to clear out at least one of the houses first. Larry's taking control of the right house, and now they can start touching the point a little bit. Now they can start turning this into fight. Now they can turn this into a potential trade. If Bro Moment steps up close enough, gives them the opportunity.
Oh, easy flank. NK, get that kill. Oh, no. Tansim and Larry doing up in house, managing to get 2. That's very unfortunate. Uber trade coming out.
Yeah, it just seems much better for YSL just able to catch those people kind of out on the sides without Uber, just the people who weren't able to get flashed. I'd say maybe on Brum, maybe give YSL a little bit too much space. I mean, obviously you want the other team to use first, ideally. Very true. But in those situations where you're starting to get low, you don't want to give them that golden opportunity, which is kind of what they got right there. Just able to use the Uber, just catch all the people low outside of the trade. And now one fight for YSL. Brum Moment, even Ubers, not in a bad situation, able to just take the attacker baton, walk back up. Do lose Kateo just a little bit early there, it looks like. That's going to make it a lot harder. Once you lose one soldier, you lose control of the houses. Once you lose control of the houses, it becomes very, very difficult to edge. As you see, like, all the spam come from the left house. Now Larry also pushing the right house at the same time. It's making it very difficult for Bro Moment to edge right now. And yeah, not to put the cap wise, so holding on to it at the moment. They do take down Larry, but do steal him at the same time. It's going to be a little bit easier once you get a little bit of reinforcements. Do have the better spawns in their favor. And NK just forces
Numa.
Numa doesn't have it, or ends up popping it a little bit later. And going to be pretty much 50-50 trade. Not going to be a whole lot of action coming out of that one. And, bomb coming in. KTO onto Numa. Took a little bit of damage in that trade. It's a little bit lower. KTO now kind of isolated, going for that pack. That is one of the tough parts about playing Soldier on this map. That pack is such a risky spot to get chased down, isolated. Turtle going down very low here. Did the action. Able to finally live, but Jazz gets caught. Shoe shocker with a flank. All the scouts. This is a very split fight, but it looks like YSL is winning it. Looked very good at start though, for Bro Moment.
Yeah, no, NK was doing a very good job of just dodging around on the point and making sure it was aggressed and edging the point and trying to get that trade off. But yeah, minute 30 and counting for YSOL, separating them between another round and just moving on to the next round of playoffs. But Bro Moment has a minute 40 to contend with, trying to build up that Uber. NK has Jazz at 40, Numa at 90. Turtle goes down, but Numa almost joins them, but Kateo not able to finish his mission as TLM finds Shoe Shocker on top of the point. Tantum not far behind as Numa comes up on full Uber. Turtle coming up on a full respawn timer.
Yeah, and yeah, Jazz be a little bit respectful. Do have a little bit of disad. This is one of those maps where you can kind of like spot the other meds sometimes with the solid down, so they might know. Yeah, now it has finally evened out. Do have the chance to make the play. Time ticking down very rapidly. 45 seconds left on the clock. They go with a nice flank. Take 2 shotgun under Turtle, just unwatched. Do get the Uber out first.
Play the play. Whoa, what is that use? Okay, it was a counter pop. Cool. Just play your side. This is the time where I'd be screaming to my team, just play our side. They're down 3. Play forward if you want. I mean, they're down 1 soldier, but these spawns are going to be a little bit weird. Malekma taking down Tansim in the meanwhile. So maybe they could run like a loose forward hold, but don't play by it. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold it too close to your chest there. Finally rolling out Numa and company inside of their lobby. Rolling out. Antlers will meet them, taking a lot of damage. Needs an arrow immediately. And Kateo actually steals it, and Zorospo will peek around the corner and kill a very weak Antlers. Unfortunate indeed. Ouch. Arrow thieves.
Yeah, once again, like I said, that one soldier pick can be, gigantic. But isn't even doubt Zoro does go down at the same time. Shoe shocker! Oh, it's hit with a direct. KTO with another rocket. Every time we look at KTO, he's doing something.
Jazz. You gotta see that, buddy. Larry, very weak.
KTO going for the pinch, able to clean it up. Now under 3K, but still, YSO only 10 seconds left. Not a whole lot of time left. They do kind of have to go for it.
And Numa
And
has
Turtle also
Uber.
denying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta make a miracle happen right now. Gotta go for the drop. All in. Put the cards on the table.
Bowling.
Are able to actually get the cap off that. Numa
Still
holds on
holding
for the
onto
illusion.
it. Finally using.
Uber coming
And I
out. And
think,
they just know they just gotta get kills with this. They don't have to worry about the net too much.
yeah, that's
And
all she
anything
wrote
would
right there.
work. And that'll
Antlers
be
trying to salvage. Doesn't get Numa.
right
Almost,
there.
but
That's
GG.
another 4-0 in favor of young servants of the Lord. Yeah, 4-0 Snakewater, 4-0 Bagel, 2-0 in Maps. And yeah, pretty dominant victory on Bagel for young servants of the Lord. Snakewater, a lot closer than the score suggests, but Bagel does seem like it was mostly the YSL.
Yeah, slightly less of a slow start to that one. It was a little bit at first, and then after the first round, just sort of cascaded from there.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but yeah, I mean, all in all, pretty good match. Congratulations to YSL. Moving on to the next
Yeah.
round. Bro Moment technically they did get fifth place or the fifth seed, so they didn't get sixth again.
Okay, we'll
Uh,
see. That's a plus. So there you go.
yeah.
Holy
I
shit, that is a huge lizard on my wall. What the hell?
one last thing before we move over to Fireside B for the advanced match. I just want to shout out Shoe Shocker going 26-2, only
Yeah,
two deaths,
huge.
staying alive, not taking damage. Really good performance by him. Um, that's probably worth calling out. And only two deaths by Numa as well. So really good combo scout and med pairing right there. Anyway, yeah, it looks like Fireside B still going on. We're gonna send you guys over to there. Thank you to Pika and Number One Bricker for working with me today.
Bricker.
And
Oh
congrats.
man, come on.
Number one rock. Sorry. Yeah. See you guys on the other side.
See ya.